welcome back everybody after the dinner break in the Grand Slam. Players are back from their dinner break. We are still on the bubble. The bubble has been going on for a number of hours now. There have been some big yo-yos. Nav Nika has been renamed Houdini by Gary Allen, as he has escaped many times. Gio's been in a couple of times, and there is Gary Allen in picture. Just having a brief chat with the players about some etiquette on the table and looking after our table. Rudy Frick has been in a number of times as well and also survived. So players still on the button, on the bubble. And our big stack at the table from England, Max Devison, accomplished player with a number of international results, fourth in Barcelona EPT to his resume, and a number of good results at Monte Casino in the recent series there. So when we continue, the button will be on Max Devison. The blinds will be posted by Abdul Essa and Navs Nika. And Gary, who you just saw in picture, has sprinted back in his streamlined form and is rejoining me in the commentary booth. So meanwhile it's folded around.
Good evening and welcome. We have had a dinner break and we have been fed and watered, and we are feeling salubrious. There's a word for you. Salubrious. Okay, we're on the bubble, Marky.
Yes, Gaz, for a number of hours now.
I'll tell you what, I'm getting bubble-itis over here. So, I spoke with Nav there during the break. He said, would you have made the call? I said, tough spot, yes, but yes, I would have.
Yeah, based on the way the hand played out.
Yeah, for sure. Don't know what I said in commentary, but on reflection, I would definitely have called there. Max decided that ace-jack and that big stack are going to get him out of trouble very quickly.
Yep, he can use that big stack of his quite well.
And thank you to my tech team who top-tailed and did the relay race, fixing equipment during the break. That'll be Huggies, better known as Hugo, and Umpo, better known as, I can't repeat it on the air. And of course, not forgetting the food monitor and class prefect, Mr. Happy Bradley, for getting food.
Yeah, good job, Brad. We needed food, since nothing to eat since breakfast.
So now we are fed and watered. We're ready for the final march on. I've got to tell you, Mark, I don't know if this is going to finish tonight.
Gary, the way they've been going, but you know how poker tournaments go. It can take forever.
Or 2 minutes.
And 3 minutes later, we've got a winner. It's the nature of the game.
So whilst I was outside, I did a little wander around during the break. Met up with some old faces. So your friend of mine, Mike Ponce, is up there on the top there, still playing in the 4K. Big Stelio from Seacliff is there. Moto Yuhura, who was in this tournament earlier, and now in the 4K. Henny Apple, who we haven't seen much of this week.
And Carl Marburg still in as well.
Well, I see too much of him, so we won't talk about that.
Yeah, and I saw Bruce and Nolene out there, and Ronnie Dos Santos waving low.
Yeah, they're all still in. They're all out there.
All came up for the 4K.
So I think it's a successful tournament that. They've already got over 100 entries. And I think that's the end of the rebuy period, or the re-entry period, should I say.
It is now, so there will be some more entries at the break. And
Nav's got it in.
It was raised with a 9-5 suited, the Dolly Parton from the button and quick fold. Nav gets that through. Now I saw Wayno as well. He was bemoaning the fact that Bozo took him out, got lucky on him for a 500-odd-K pot.
So I showed Navs my picture of him wearing a crown, and he said, my wife sent me the same picture. And she said, I'm going bald at the back. I said, no, you're not going bald. You are bald. Sure, lovely guy, Navs. Lovely guy.
Gave you a few choice words to that one.
He's a good egg.
At least now we got to contact my account. I'm gonna come
yeah, so the counts are all nice and accurate, counted by Bradley and Hugs during the break.
There's no stopping us, huh?
Workaholics are they, guys?
Yes, exactly. It's 20 minutes. 30 minutes. How much can a flight cost? Coffee expensive. $100. $50.
210. Rates of 210,000. The problem is 210,000.
So raised by Robbie Schwartz from under the gun. Hold it all the way around.
210.
Max Devison.
All in.
And Max moves all in. Rudy Frick got out the way. Jack down out the way.
That's a
And
call.
called by Robbie Schwartz.
Aces.
Aces, ace king.
Max Davison with Robbie Schwartz. Everybody else is folded. And off we go.
The ace is a massive favorite. Still looking good. He's just got to dodge a heart or a jack or a queen on the turn
Jack
to
or
lock
queen.
the hand.
That'll do it.
Turns a blank and he locks it with the aces.
And Robbie will double up.
Yeah, big double up for Robbie.
He's been very patient, huh?
He's patient and he got his hand. Doubles up via our chip leader.
And to be fair to Max, I mean, it's a no-brainer. He's calling all day there.
Yeah, and they swap positions. Robbie Schwartz moves to the top of the list now, and Max has come back down to the field. Pretty much level with himself and Giovanni. Those top three now.
So I believe Max lives in Zanzibar. How
Yeah.
about that?
Have a chat with him in the break, did you guys?
Well, I did, but I didn't realise, he didn't tell me that himself, somebody else told me. I mean, I spent quite a bit of time in Zanzibar when we were up in Tanzania. We had an office over there, so, you know, literally at one stage it was a weekly sort of overnighter.
Okay, beautiful place on the wall.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't be misled by the brochures. I mean, Stone Town is Stone Town, and you go see Freddie Mercury's house, and then there's all these shops full of the normal rubbish you can buy on the coast in KZN, to be honest. There's a nice restaurant there, 6 Degrees, owned by a South African couple. And but the resorts are well kept, I must say. All of the Dema Della Gest resorts, the Sea Cliff resorts, all stunning resorts. You know, the beaches are groomed and everything. So, you know, but there are a couple of other things to do in Zanzibar. Of course, you can go and do the spice tour. Obviously, the island is famous for that, and they have these farms that have got all the spices growing on them.
Wow.
So you see it, you see it all at once. Everything from saffron to vanilla, you know, and from that point of view, it's quite nice. But yeah, if you're going to go to Zanzibar, book into a resort. Don't book into a local hotel. That's my advice. Because everything comes at a price in the local hotel. The resorts are all inclusive. In fact, I think our friend Tim Akanusi is in Zanzibar at the moment.
Okay, he's come up there. On business or pleasure or both?
Well, the picture I saw was on the beach with his wife. So,
Pleasure.
okay, Max is back on the horse and firing here.
King Queen suited.
That's a raise up to 120, which seems to be standard now at the new blind levels, which are.
Oh, okay, now he's
40-60.
running into aces again. He just ran into aces with his ace king, and now king queen suited, and Ariel is woken up with aces. Who's
So
also been patient.
Max is taking some punches, eh? Well, I think Ariel puts this all in. He's going to get a fold straight out of Max.
Yeah,
here.
all in. Robbie in the big blind gets away, and quick fold by Max.
And Ariel will pick up, what, 240,000, maybe 250,000 chips there.
Yeah,
Jeepers.
put him back over $1 million again. He's hovered around most of the day.
So our short stack is Rudy Frick, 10 bigs. Navs has got 15.
A nice recovery by Navs though from where he was.
Oh yeah, he was down and dead.
You didn't want to double me up with aces, but you double him. Your aces? Yeah. Should have called. No, double trap.
Ariel bemoaning the fact he says to Max, you double Robbie up, but you don't double me up with aces.
60,000
To be fair, King Queen suited a little bit lesser than the Ace King, and Max shoved the Ace King to Robbie's raise.
Abdulasa with pocket threes.
Raise to 125.
Going to see a lot of this raising with pairs and stuff.
Yeah, the pairs are premium now, Gary,
Yeah, for
on
sure.
the bubble. And Queen 10 suited gets out the way very quickly now, whereas that would have been playable a little while ago.
Yeah,
Robbie's
Robbie's
out the way.
patience paid off, huh?
And Rudy Fick now faced with the decision. He's short stacked. He's got ace 8. He makes the call, defends his big blind.
125, 5,000. Call.
What's Rudy got left behind? 415.
No immediate help for Rudy there.
Bet. Check.
Well,
Check a bet.
I think this will be continued.
Check.
He's
Oh,
checked
check.
behind.
Everybody running scared of that bubble.
Check a bet. Check. Check a bet. Bet is 115. Oh.
Yeah, and the bet on the turn is, with the best hand, is enough to get rid of Rudy.
Indeed it is. 215,000 profit for Abdul. And Rudy is a little bit injured there.
Yeah, he was our short stack, and he's now down to 6 bigs.
Needs to make something happen. So I suppose if we don't finish tonight, this will come back tomorrow. I was kind of looking forward to commentating on the little slam, getting some newbies on the table.
Leave them there 15 minutes in the sun.
That's the one.
60,000. 30,000 more to play.
So Robbie's just flat called from the button.
Oh.
And he gets out the way.
Oh.
Oh,
Max has woke up with a monster. Robbie raised that to 30.
no, he flat called.
I was going to say, he didn't raise to 30, that's for sure.
He just flat called.
Yeah.
Total 250,000. 250,000.
Max has popped it up here.
Pocket twos.
Gets rid of the 2s. And he's just limped in there from the button, saved himself some chips. If he had a raise, he would have been faced with a bigger 3-bet.
Yeah, for sure.
And most other players have been raising the small pairs, Gary.
I hear you. 5 bigs for Rudy. 5 bigs, and he's got double the starting stack. Things
Scary
have moved
thought.
on. Things have moved on.
3 days later, Gary.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like 3 days. Still never went. I lost a day, as you know.
Yeah, you had a day when you weren't feeling the best.
So, but we're back fitter, stronger, and better looking. If that's possible.
So modest kid.
That's me, Mr. Modest.
60,000.
Fold it all the way around. It'll be in the cutoff. 10-9. Let's go. Rudy 7-3 can't do anything with that.
30,000
Max in the small blind 8-3. I think Abdul might get a walk here. No. Max gonna flex his muscles here. Raising the 8-3 blind on blind.
Total 180. 120 more.
Abdul with 8-6. Let's go with that. Well, nice play by Max there.
Yeah, solid.
Taking the blinds down.
Pretty solid. Takes it back to the top of the charts.
The only person in real danger is Rudy.
And, he will know that, of course.
Yeah, Button has just passed him, so he's got a few free looks. Get those chips across the line.
Give us a pleasure with those no blinds are up. 3,000, 5,000 with a 5,000 entry. 3, 5 and 5.
Abdul's just limped in there when it was folded around to him. Navs checks back. We go to the flop battle of the blinds.
5s and 8s. Well, it'll slow it down, as they say.
Yeah, 8 high is ahead here.
This is going to be a chop pot. What do you reckon? 10 on the river.
Yeah, high card on the.
Oh, no.
So
8 plays.
plays.
Abdul's 8 is winning.
How do you give up, mate?
Navs looks at him. Abdul says, I've got 8 high. Navs asks him in disbelief. And he says, "Oh, that's the winning game." The players have a laugh at that. The way Navs said to him, 8 high, is that all you've got? And it was good.
Is that the makings of a chop pot? That I got to tell you.
Yeah, 9 and up on the river, and we were chopping. So Rudy's seeing that Button is moving around. He needs to find a spot here.
And the 150k in the middle. 30, 60, 60.
60,000.
Ariel gets out of the way. Robbie gets out of the way. Rudy gets out of the way. Max will bet.
Range 130.
Suited king.
120.
And he gets that through as well. He's rebuilding those chips that he shed to Robbie
And also, all the people on his left, he can put them in poker hospital quite quickly, you know?
very quickly.
Yeah.
Abdul's sitting on 1.4 million. He could pose some opposition, but once he gets past him, then it's pretty easy. Stacks related, that is. Not that they're easy
Yeah,
players.
yeah.
60,000.
Seven, 6 suited for Robbie. They're going away. Rudy's going to put his money in the middle here.
All in.
Fold it around to Navs.
King Queen on the button. It's half of his stack to call. Asking for the exact count. Well, it is half of his stack, or just about.
125. 385. 385.
Folded. Action on Geo.
Yes!
Celebrates his
Bro, huge fucking
Shove
on the
getting
left is
through.
the torturous.
I'm not rooting for you then.
Rudy is elated to be up to 8 big blinds.
Yeah? I was almost gonna say, come! Come! Come, man, bring the money to the party!
What do you have?
Huh?
Fair nine.
No, fuck, way worse than that.
5.
Anyone that's calling there, we raise it.
Fair 5.
Twos, now twos,
Nah,
fours.
you have 2s.
Fours.
Four.
That's pointless lying now, in half an hour's time, people are gonna check the...
So Rudy under the gun with 9-7, just having got his pocket 4s through.
Too early for that one for Max. Alto gets out of the way. Nerves to get out of the way as well. Geo's 8-5 also in the muck.
Oh, on the button.
Oh, I didn't see he was on the button. He's going to have a little scatter of this.
Just another rotation, I'll take it.
Raise to 125.
Ariel's quickly out the way. Robbie Schwartz also out the way, and Jill
There's
will
the
get that.
1837 from Emerald leaving.
Oh, court 6. On which platform would that be?
Yeah.
Ridley? 9 3/4.
Oh, is that that's a Harry Potter thing?
Yeah, the Hogwarts Express.
Do you know, I've never seen one of those movies.
Never ever with your kids?
I
nothing?
have never seen a Harry Potter movie or an episode of Game of Thrones. There you go. So that puts me in a very small number of people on the planet, I would imagine.
That have
Mostly
seen-
Amazonian Indians.
Yeah, that have not seen both.
However, I have watched The Sopranos twice. All 6 series.
Legendary, Gary.
Well, you know, just tells you what sort of guy I am. I like people getting shot and stuff. You know, so. Okay, Navs is on pocket 5s here. Why did Navs just fold pocket 5s?
Thinking his position's too early.
Raise to 125.
It's unusual.
Mid position, I don't know. Jack 10 suited.
Geo raised with 4 deuce suited. Jack 10 folds.
125.
Geo exploiting the black button situation now.
This will be the most brutal thing.
I played at the bubble.
Robbie likes that hand. He doesn't want to fold it, but out of position in the small blind gets rid of it.
How much?
125. More.
So Rudy's true to form has defended his big blind all day. No help for him there.
Geo makes a pair of 4s.
Yeah, he finds a pair of 4s. He's checked him and he's going to continue, and it'll be a quick fold. Yeah, up to 1.6 million, Gary.
Yeah, from obscurity. Well played. Rudy's still doing the doggy paddle, keeping his chin out of the water.
Just holding his head above.
Yeah, he's on fumes down there. Shame. He's fought well though, valiantly, as I said.
This It's almost sad, Gary, where somebody's going to go home with no money after 3 days and,
It is.
and sit stellar play. Yeah, they've battled long and hard over this bubble. But somebody always has to go home without money. Be the last one. Here with Ace Jack.
Raise 125.
What are we going to do here? Late position.
The last time he had threes, he put it all in, but that was when he was first to speak. Ah, he put it in over the top of Gio last time.
Yep.
All in.
And he's done it again.
Robbie's got Queen 9 suited instead of Jack 9 this time. Rudy's out the way. Max out the way.
And Gio. Strong play.
Keeps above the million.
The second time he's jammed threes on raise about Gio and got Gio to fold.
So it's come out to 18:42 local time. It's just coming up to 6:45 in the evening. It is dark outside. The trains are still leaving on time from Emerald Station. And we're still on the bubble. What to do?
60.
It's official now. This is the longest bubble I think I've commentated on.
Yeah, a very long bubble here, Gary.
I wonder once the bubble goes if the play will open up a bit once everybody's in the cash.
I think so. We've seen some tight fold. Here we go. All in. Pocket eights for Rudy.
Where's
Button.
Max got? Let's see what Max got. He's a big stack. He's asking for a cat. Yeah, I think so. 320, I think, is it? That's what we're showing. 320, spot on. The guys in the back here, well done.
All in.
Okay,
Moves
so he's
to
got a
isolate.
caller.
This fucking ad. Things are going. Oh, I don't believe it.
Let's go. Swap cam.
Really be the bait that I'm like.
Eights.
Kings.
Kings. Right, so he's running to the monster. He's looking for an 8, and there's one out available to him, Gary.
Yep.
Jack is no help to him.
And that is it.
That is the bubble over. Well played, Rudy. Unfortunately, he's our bubble boy. So everybody sitting down is guaranteed 89,000 rand.
89,040 rand.
And don't
Jeez.
forget the N40, Gary.
Yeah.
Nothing. Not in the money. Not a peep player out. Nothing. Not a peep. And you see the other player walk out and he collects chips, it's a good thing.
So they're just telling Max's lady at the back there.
Yeah,
When a
she's-
player leaves the table and Max is collecting chips, that's a good thing.
Yeah, you should be cheering.
Unlucky Rudy. Rudy, that was a valiant effort, mate. So when you watch this back,
Yeah.
I think you pat yourself on the back. You did very well.
So young Ariel in the money. There's all the other players. They are, of course, no strangers to being in the money in big tournaments. All of the other players. It is his first big cash. Young Ariel in the Amazing tournament.
Is it? I think he said something about it. Yeah, well done to him as well.
Robbie with Queen Jack and cut off. Thought things might open up a little, but he's elected to let go. Abdul gives a walk to Navs. Navs checking.
Buttons in a row, you left them alive.
can imagine how bad my cards were.
Near 10-3.
Let's say both times. it was
Abdullah
7-4.
dominated. With most likely a chop with those hands.
Okay, there's our top of the pops. We're in the money. Navs is guaranteed 89,040 rand. Not worth the trip from down south.
Well done, guys. Although they never tell you anything, I'll be the first to tell you all. Well done. Well done. You're in the money.
Sharp.
Don't worry about organizers. I'm telling you. Well done.
Hold it round to Abdul, who is just congratulating all his fellow players of being in the money.
Yep.
No playable hands here. Gio gets a walk as well. So 2 walks in a row.
Lando or Lewis? Do you support for next year? I want to see. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tequila. Jägermeister, tequila. Jägermeister. Ariel. Jaeger or tequila? Tequila. Tequila.
So Max ordering a round of shots to congratulate his fellow players.
Okay, so
Y'all go for it.
tequila, Jaeger,
We'll have to do 2 tequilas
tequila.
Meanwhile, it's folded all the way around. 2 Max in the hijack now. Jack 2 off. Just busy organizing the celebratory drinks.
Yeah. 4 Jaegers.
Nav's on the button with ace 3. Gonna raise that.
It's 140.
Otherwise, I've heard this trick before.
I don't drink either.
Raised to 140,000.
I don't drink
And he'll take that down.
That's right, I don't drink.
One shot's okay.
I'm not empty.
We have to celebrate. There was 6 all-ins on this bubble, and 5 of them win.
I wish there were a few more. I wish there were a few more. I like them.
You don't want it to go on too long, otherwise it's too much crap shit.
But then to the offer, man. I can see you like it as well.
Sorry?
You like it as well. Just as much as me.
Okay, hand 319 over the 2 days that we've been covering the final the feature table. Max is the under the gun player. That'll do with 9-7 in the hijack. Suspect that'll go to. Oh no, he's going to defend. Sorry, call. Maybe we're seeing an easing off of the players now since the bubble has burst and everybody's in the money. So Gio's going to have a piece of this with his pocket twos.
65 knots.
Aerial folds round to Robbie. Robbie looks like he might be interested here also.
125 also.
He flats that off, so 3 players to the flop. So a set of 2s here for Gio. Don't know what Robbie's got.
Check. Choco pet. Check. Check.
So Gio decides to just check that for deception. And that'll induce a bet from Robbie. 465 in the pot.
175.
Gio with the set now needs to decide whether he's going to pop it up now, take it down, or he's just going to call. I don't think there's any version of Gio folding here, that's for sure. That looks like he's going to raise it.
Raise. Total 515. 515.
The bet is just over $500,000, 375 the difference for Robbie to call this off. Robbie's thinking about it, it's 375. Gio's sitting with the set. Looks like Robbie's counting out calling chips here. Just checking what it's going to cost him versus how much is going to be left. Well, this looks like it could be an all-in even. $500,000 was the raise. 500,500 in fact.
1.2 million in the pot already.
That's a huge pot this. Gio checked his set of twos on the flop, which for the deception, which has worked. It induced a bet out of Robbie, sorry, and 3 bet from Gio, and the difference is now 375.
All in.
All in and a
Call.
call.
Pair of fives, up and down
Up and down.
versus the set. So ace, 6 or a 5, 9 outs for Robbie. And he's the player at risk.
Boom.
8 and he's out, and Robbie Schwartz is eliminated.
Thanks for the drink, man. Hasn't been set over set like that.
Well done, Robbie. 89,040 rands.
Yeah, good solid performance by Robbie again. Played well, sir.
Almost at 10K.
And Gio racking a monster pot, Gary.
You're gonna make better save 10K.
It was 1.2 before the all-in and the call.
Playing, sir. Right?
Wait.
I think Robbie should be very proud of his performance.
Yeah, he played
Not,
very well.
not the usual company he would keep at a poker table, I don't think. Not on a regular basis.
No, he stays out in Oorgies, which is there near Middelburg, a farmer by trade.
Yeah, long way out, eh?
Sure you can.
Puma country. Rugby.
Rugby, yes. Drive to Woodbank and carry on going.
That's the one. I have a couple of, on my wife's side, sorry, on my daughter's husband's side, his brother lives out that way. He's got a couple of lads who play rugby out there. Bit of a drive though.
Yeah. Especially from where you stay, guys. From where I stay, not so much.
No, I mean,
Half the distance.
I'm in the Wild West. You're in the old creaky old eastern side there. Okay, Abdul with the king 4 here. So all the players now at the table have locked up 124,656 rands.
Yeah.
And Robbie walked away with 89,040 rands.
Quite a jump there. Pay jumps will be significant now going up.
Yeah.
Abdul will get the king 4. You see things are opening up now, Gary. Hand ranges and that.
Yeah, it's
Down to 5 players. Geo top of the pops there, 2.9 million. Nobody has yet claimed his bounty. 10,000 rand for Betway.
okay. Well, Nabs was down and out, and he's survived the ladder up twice now.
Yeah, he's managed to get through the bubble, and then he's managed to get through a player being eliminated in 6th place. So laddered up nicely.
Guaranteed 124 grand, that's for sure.
125. 125.
Raised by Geo.
125.
And I fancy that you will see Geo being very active now, Gary.
Yeah, we're missing his cards quite a lot. Do we think we're encroaching with those chips on his
He's
box?
got so many chips, I definitely think those chips have encroached into his box.
Okay, let me go and have a quick, see if I can fix that.
Alright, Gary will have a sojourn out to the table. And there it is. The live stream currently going out when we were still on the bubble. That has now burst. And we've had another player eliminated in 6th place. So ace 10 for Geo under the gun. We'll raise that up as well. Standard raise is 125. Continues with that trend. Max with the pocket 3s is called. Here's Big Gary in picture.
125.
Nav's asking for a count. He's got Queen 7 suited. There's 400,000 in the pot and he has to call 65 into 400,000. Great price, but he elects to get out the way with his stack. 2 players to the flop. Classic race of the overpair. And Navs would have flopped the nut flush. Well, he flopped the flush. Geo is redrawing to the nut flush. So good flop for Geo.
Bet.
2 black 3s in Max's hand. The dot can continue and lets the 3s go. And I see quite a battle emerging between the 2 chip leaders, between Giovanni and Max. They're the most aggressive and active players currently on the table. Ariel is normally quite aggressive as well, but he shut down pretty much a lot after that one little misstep here, and it was only a small misstep stack wise. He's still sitting very comfortably.
But give it your full clapper.
And Ariel passing on his celebratory drink to Michael Klacker.
Another guy got eliminated. We have another one.
Yeah, true.
Good one, there's your-
Okay, we all ready?
Okay.
So Ariel under the gun.
Get away from the table, guys.
And they're going to drink their celebratory drink.
Where's the other Jägermeister? There's 2, yeah. Ah, there's 2 here. Pass one.
Muddy. No, actually.
Big blind.
Four.
Oh no.
No.
His turn. No way, sorry.
Actually, I need to ask you to step slightly away from the table.
He's going to ask you to move it away from the table. Cheers.
Choose the players in the high roller. Your blinds are up. 40,000, 80,000, 80,000, 80. 40, 80, 80.
So there's one?
Meanwhile, the hand continues, fold it all around. Gio gets a walk. Another plus 30k.
And thank you to Gio for moving his chips. Hopefully we'll see his cards now.
Oh, big blind, bro.
So the blinds are 40, 80. 80 on the big blind ante. That's 200k in the middle, Mark.
A lot of money, Gary. Way over the starting stack now.
Yep.
They say it's blocking the cards. Too many fucking chips. No, I was happy. He says button.
Blinds are up.
And Gio's saying he's quite happy to move his chips, that he's got a problem of his chips blocking up our card views.
When I block the tower, it blocks the
Problem every player would like, Gary.
space because of the seat.
Mine, there's my
I had it right here. On the side.
80,000 to play. 80.
160.
Raise to 160.
Trust me, I was quite happy with the chips. I had a nice tower built, everything. You get them colour. Yeah, that's what they're
Color up.
Raised by Max with the king queen under the gun.
Thank you, Gio. We can see your cards now.
5-4 suited into the muck.
Is that a walk?
Ariel is in there and the raise gets
Oh, of course, yeah, Max raised with his king queen.
Alright.
Nav's down to 9 bigs, Ariel down to 10 bigs, Abdul on 13 bigs, Max on 25 bigs, and
45 million.
Gio on 3.3 million.
41 bigs and
From
looking
nowhere.
quite comfortable, eh?
From nowhere. He was looking like our bubble boy for a while. Well played, Gio Zanetti.
Yeah, extremely well played. He was active, he got his chips in a lot of times. Utilized his fold equity still, rebuilt that stack.
I put the cards in the box, but I was told that the weight on the thing is stuffing it up.
I got told it was the weight.
80,000.
It's some nonsense.
5,000 chips.
I'm going to chip out a few of his chips now to lighten the load.
Yeah. Maybe you should do a shot.
Some of those 50,000 chips. So it makes it easier for the dealer to count when there's a lot of action coming and chips going in, Gary.
Yeah, the larger denomination chips much easier. And the guys know that, that's why they're cooperating.
It's also easier for them to count out raises and that. Although people look like that intimidatory stack when you push the whole big stack in.
I always find I just announce it and tell them how much is there, because I'm, 99 times out of 100, you ask me how many chips in my stack, I'll be able to tell you.
Yeah, ditto, Gary.
I like to keep an eye on
that.
things, what's going on, you know.
So they've chipped out a few of Gio's chips there. They take some of Max's out of play as well. They've been chipping Max out regularly all day.
Always a good sign.
And he has a pile of those 50k chips in front there.
I don't have any more racks.
He has a tower of blue 50k chips in front. Second in chips at the table.
Someone is hanging off our trussing, that's why the camera's vibrating.
Repeat job done by Mr. Marburg on the screens has held up extremely well. Have not moved today, Gary.
They're going nowhere unless you break those screws. I must compliment Cole and Hugo, his sorcerer's apprentice over there.
Sorcerer's Apprentice. There's a movie called that.
Was there? Yeah, I don't know
Sorcerer's
these things.
Apprentice.
Raise to 160.
All I know is Merlin was King Arthur's wizard or sorcerer or whatever they call it.
more to play.
The raise here by Gio with the king queen. Abdul in the big blind, 8 deuce off. Can't defend.
Together from 7 to 8.
And Gio will add 2 stack.
So a couple of moves required here by
55.
Nabs, Abdul, Ariel. I mean, this is all about the jam now, of course, Mark.
Yes, it's,
Yeah, no, they've got through, they're in the money.
and now it's just about increasing the size of your takings from that prize pool.
Yeah, I mean, the difference between 5 and 6, fifth and fourth place is about 35k, so it's, you know, still worth laddering up.
Absolutely, but then there's a big jump to third because the money's always in the top 3. Gary.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think third is virtually double fourth.
Nearly, yeah. Fourth is 160, and third is 302.
You're close to double. And first is definitely more than double third.
Yeah, for sure.
Happy Brad doing his happy dance in the back here.
I'm actually getting worried about Bradley. Yeah, it gets to a point where it's no longer amusing, and I think there's actually something seriously wrong with it.
Is that the fact that he's been happy for 2 days, Gary?
I like Happy Brad.
Yeah, me too. I just want to find out how we can keep him that way.
Well, there's a few suggestions, many of them not legal.
Re-raise.
He has a beautiful lady in his life now.
Yeah, he's much happier, Brad, than he used to be. He gets less phased. So there we go. 45 bigs, 3.7 million. 2 million ahead of the next player now, Gary.
Not so bad, is it? Well, currently that 10,000 bounty is not looking like it's going anywhere.
Yeah, that's why I asked the question earlier when he was laddering up all the time and chipping up. If he stays intact, does he get the bounty for himself, as in other bounty tournaments?
I have no idea. I'm sure we can find out.
I have about 700. 650, 700.
Gio asking how many chips Ariel has before he raises from the small blind, I think.
Raise to 160.
So raise in.
That'll get rid of him. Mind you, it's only 80 to call. 700 behind, so... Oh! That's the 1909 train leaving.
He makes the call, Gary.
Yeah, they only had to put 80 in, so I suppose it's
Into a
good
big
value.
pot, 400,000 in the pot.
Spikes a 9. We don't know what Gio's got behind, but if he's got a king, he's coming second now. Ariel.
Gio
A
has
very
checked,
quick check there by Gio.
which in itself would make alarm bells ring
All in.
if I was Ariel.
That's all in.
It's 3, 4, 550.
Just go back to Gio. That's a call.
Makes the call.
We got the flop cam.
And we've got 9-7, second pair with the 7 kicker. We'll see Gio's cards now. 9-6. A lot of chop abilities. Your new word, Terry.
Yeah, chopportunities.
Chopportunities. That assists the chopportunities.
Oh,
5 is no good, and young Ariel will get a double up. Takes a chunk off Gio's stack and moves into second place.
very nice. Any card higher than a 6 there, and it was chopping, huh? No, out on the 7. Sorry.
Yeah, any card higher than a 7.
So Ariel will be breathing a little sigh of relief there.
Yeah, welcome double up for him. You see Klaka hovering in the background behind young Ariel.
Yeah. There'll be a story behind that, I'm sure. Max has been pretty quiet actually up until now. Yeah, he's in the big blind. We shall see. He keeps that up.
Raised. Takes it down with the ace-5.
Picks up 200,000, which will make a little bit dent in that hole that he just got made by Ariel.
Yeah, 3 or 4 raises for about Gio, and he'll claw all those chips back. And like I said, he's going to be the most active player at the table.
Oh, for sure. Nav's down to 9 bigs. Navs is all in with his 6s. Gio gets out the way, I'm sure, here.
Abdul has nothing to fight back with, and Navs will take that hand in. Plus 200k now every time you do that, Gary.
Not so bad, is it?
No.
I wouldn't mind the tax on that.
Yeah, 5 times and it's $1 million.
There you go.
We've had a lot of exciting action on this final table, Gary. Swings up and down. Players going from fumes to hero.
I think the viewers are getting their money's worth, that's for sure.
Yeah, Gio has been the big riser on the table from lowest stack and in serious danger of bubbling.
Yeah, I think, it shouldn't come as any surprise that Gio's done that, but, all credit to all the other players at the table.
160.
So 40, 80, 8 in the big blind ante, 200,000 dead money on the table. Abdulessa with the 8-7 here in the small blind. 120 to call. Only has 650 behind, so probably a good chunk of change here.
And he still has Nav behind him. I think he's in the big blind, he's defending with that. He's reluctant to get rid of it, but he does. Nav's 8 deuce, shows the deuce. So there's 2 of the 5 that I said will make the million.
Yeah, but that's 400. He lost nearly 700 to Ariel. He's got 400 back.
Yeah, he's got half of it back already, just over. Yeah, he was on 3.7, he's on 3.1. So he must have lost a little bit elsewhere as well.
I know, that's why I said I'd rather not shove you, I'd rather shove you.
Abdul trying to draw some battle lines with Gio, so the shove is coming soon, you keep raising too much. And Gio says, I'm calling.
A little bit of posturing amongst the troops. It's actually quite convenient. We can get all the remaining players in one shot.
Yeah, very convenient. Gio, 39 bigs. Down to Abdul, now 8 bigs and Nubs 9 bigs, Gary.
Yeah, danger zone.
But still enough stack to hurt anybody if they shove and get caught. They've still got fold equity.
Yeah, I think so, but it's getting less and less as these blinds go up, of course.
Gio? 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 Is that 2 stacks or loose? 3.3. 3.3. Nice little spin up.
You got 1.6 now.
Yeah, about 1.6.
Folded round to Abdul, queen deuce in the cutoff. Train's leaving fast and furiously now.
Yeah,
Gary.
that's our over-aggressive conductor ringing the bell furiously like that.
But did he get stuck at the station and he kept ringing it, does he?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's a little bit overzealous with that bell, let's say.
So Gio in the small blind with the ace again. He's going to raise again. That will be going through Ariel's mind.
Better than
Ariel.
6-9 this time.
Sorry?
Better than 6-9 this time.
Yeah. I still got a 6 though.
Got a
Mine's not
6.
better than 7-9. That's all good.
Shows him the ace 6.
Your blinds are up. 3,000, 6,000, 6,080. 3,000, 6,000, 6,080.
You know, I was just listening to the blinds outside. They started that little slam yesterday. They go on Sunday evening and their blinds are now 3,000, 6,000 with a 6,000 big blind empty. And they started with 150k.
Not bad, eh?
How great is that structure?
Yeah.
Identical to this one, of course.
Yep. And we're nearly at the end. Not quite. And the little one's going to take longer because there's more players.
That's what I was going to say. By the time they get down to this many players, the blinds will be significantly higher.
Yeah, and we'll be looking for our pajamas and our nightcaps.
All in.
Someone's all in.
Abdul under the gun, queen 9, making a stand before the big blind gets to him. Gio pocket deuces on the button. He's looking at the count. Doesn't want to. Do I want to take a race here?
No, he's going to fold.
Gets out there. It's too much.
7:45.
Ariel
There we go,
with
Ariel.
ace jack.
6.5.
Third of his stack. Just over. He makes the call. Max gets out the way.
We're going to the flop cam.
Yeah, and Abdul will be happy to see that he's got 2 live cards.
It's the right call by Ariel. Let's see. Player at risk is Abdul. Ten, 3, 10.
No help for Abdul there. Backdoor straight possibilities.
Abdul
no
needs
help.
a 9 or a queen. 5 outs.
No help there, and he's eliminated.
Abdul is out.
Gio says, I had deuces. Yes, you did, sir. And Abdullah is eliminated in
5th place.
5th place. Well played. No stranger to big cashes and to trophies.
124,000.
Worthwhile trip up from KZN.
Peter Marisburg.
And that gives young Ariel after he's doubled up through Gio and that, he's moved up significantly. He'll be just behind Gio in chips now.
And his rail, Mr. Clacker will be happy, I'm sure.
So Navs is the one that's going to be squeezed a little now between the 3 bigger stacks.
I'll tell you what, if you said to him 2 hours ago, you can take 4th place, 160,000 and walk away, you'd have took it.
He'd have taken it. He'd say he surrendered his chips and taken the check, Kerry.
Yep, for sure.
He was on fumes. Well fought by Navs.
Yeah, he's played well.
You renamed him Houdini. Queen Jack in the small blind, suited.
That's a big hand now.
Yeah, folded four-handed. He goes all in. And Nav's got the identical hand. Just offsuit. Hence the percentage difference.
He's got 2 flush draws. Max has only got 1.
And Navs is thinking he's bullying me. How much have I got left? Can I fold? Do I call here?
I think he's going to fold.
He's looking at the other player's stacks as well. Saying, do I take a chance here? Try and get a double up.
Cool.
Yep. That's exactly what's happened. And Queen Jack versus Queen Jack. Jared.
What a slow roll.
Let's see what the flop can bring us. He just has to dodge some clubs on the flop for a chop.
5 clubs. Yes,
There's the queen. The money would have all gone in anyway, and he can chop it up.
You had what?
Guess what? Everybody loves a chop pot.
Give him 50. Give us 10. There we go.
Nav's on 8 bigs. Max on 17 bigs.
The ends of 40 each. I was getting well excited there. I was getting
You see young Ariel, 2.6 million. Behind Gio's 3.3.
I was waiting. You want to see Jack 10 and you took this long? I was waiting for him to turn over King Queen. Yes, sir.
It's the call, right?
Of course. Snap. Beat me into the pot. You got 7 big blinds, bro. What you waiting for? You're joking. 2 wild cards.
The famous Gio. You joking?
There's 7 big blinds. What are you thinking?
What are you waiting for?
Raise to 160.
Oh, here we go. Money goes in.
All in.
There we go. Money goes in.
Nah, it's a tougher spot for Max. He just raised to 160.
All in.
And Gio all in behind. Oh, now it's easy for Max. And Nav is in a world of pain again.
Yep.
Looking for clubs or straight
6-5 of
draws?
hearts was what Max folded, just to keep in mind. Like I said, 6-5 of hearts, keep it
Oh,
in
they
mind.
are. Oh, he flops the straight, Gary.
Look at that.
Flops the straight. Alright, now there's possibilities for Gio
Nine Jack
to
Queen.
make a full house, and he doesn't. And Navs escapes again, Gary. Mr. Houdini has done it again.
Good old Harry.
I mean, he was in a world of pain there with the Queen Jack versus pocket queens, and he flops the boat.
Flops
Flops
the
the
joint.
nuts. Flops it.
Flops the
Flops the
joint.
straight. And that, I believe, will make young Ariel back to the chip leader. All the players just shake their heads with wide smiles. Gary made the comment in the booth. Been playing the game for 40 years and it never ceases to amaze him and shock him. It's a sick goal game.
Oh dear.
Better play the 6 pot actually. And 6-5 hearts.
He did have 6-5 of hearts, and his money would have gone in on the flop also.
And I switched to Econ off in this place, isn't it?
80,000.
Nav's pocket 4s on the button.
There's a raise coming. I don't think he needs to shove it in, does he?
No, not with 1.7 million. 200k in the pot.
Raise to 200.
Raises exactly the pot. Gio's out the way. And Ariel's out the way. So there are those. So Gio's still on top just. 2.5 million.
Max the
2.4.
short stack, eh?
Yeah, but look how Nava's come back, Gary. Same like
Yeah.
Gio came back. Amazing. He did get super lucky there.
It's a sick old game.
A lot of support coming for Gio in the comments. His dad, of course, watching. Shot Gio, that was to earlier action, half an hour ago. And Kevin Stewart saying, come on, nice boy, Kevin.
Ariel with the ace queen here.
Check a raise.
Did he just flat that?
Now he raised.
No, he didn't. He flattered it.
He flattened. My goodness.
Call and a check. A little bit of
Trying to
deception.
Trying to induce the raise from the big blind.
And he's just found the magic card.
Yeah, Max has hit the queen. He checks this to Max. Max is going to fire. Check, check. Max is wary. Oh, and Max has outdrawn him on the turn.
This
You're
is
saying how
sick.
sick it is,
This
Gary.
is such a sick game. He can't bet 100, can he? Well, he can. Yeah, he can. He's 80 the big one. 3 diamonds. Backdoor gets there. Board is paired.
Check.
A little bit of value here, couple hundred.
$240.
How much?
$240.
It's 240.
It's a big fold if he lays this down.
Yeah, but he's thinking I limped it. He could have a 3, he could have a king, he could have everything. Called.
Going for a limp raise.
He went for the limp raise. It backfired.
240.
Ariel gives a few chips back the other way. 420,000.
Sometimes you get tricky and you outfox yourself.
Indeed, you do. Nothing wrong with his play, he just got caught.
Should have been much bigger if you bet
Yeah,
flop.
no, he set it up. He wanted Max to raise him. Max is a little wise. He wonders, when a player's limping to me, why at this stage?
Okay, so let's have a little time check. It is 1928. That's the date you were born, wasn't it? 1928. It's nearly 7:30 in the evening, and we're going, and we have 4 players left.
I was born in 1928. Gary, you were born in 1927.
Yeah, I'm wearing well. Okay, so the next person out is guaranteed 160,272 South African rands.
The ace-10 for Max. He has again done the same thing that young Ariel just did, limped. Navs raises with the king-jack. Now Max with the ace-10 who limped to him goes all in. He got the result he wanted, that young Ariel wanted.
Nav's just smiling.
Folds king-jack.
When he did this, I swear, it looked like 2 kings. I was like,
Kyle, you tricked this guy. You look. You tricked him. Yeah. You tricked him. Right?
The chip stacks have all narrowed somewhat there, Gary.
Yeah, this could be, we could be settling in for a long one here.
The bubble took a long time, then the bubble burst, and we lost 2 players fairly quickly after that.
we are flipping. You're behind.
Yeah. AJ. That's me. That's me.
One of the
and he's folded from the button. Max is called. No, he's raised. He has raised. Said call there. He's raised to 160.
Johan Fritz op die 35 weer kan ook hier
Gio is defending. Nothing for that flop on Max. We don't know what Gio's holding. He's got his cards on top of one another and his hand over them, so we can't read them. He comes out checking and then calling. Turn is a jack. Now Max has an up and down. Gio checks to him again. So Max is going to aggressively bet that up and down now. Bet 420, Gary. It's a
Well,
big bet. Gio doesn't look like he's going anywhere. He's put the call in very quickly. Go to the river. It's an 8. Blanks Max. He's queen high. He's raised. Bet both streets. Gone check, check. And the chips go to Gio.
King
He had
7.
king 7. He had the king. Plus 770,000 chips there. Back up to 3.3 million. And Max slips down to 14 bigs, 1.2 million, Gary.
There's fortunes change, huh?
Swings are big in this game now, Gary.
Very big, very big.
Max under the gun, king 3 off. Big fold. Nabs on the button, ace 3. Any ace now, 4-handed, Gary?
Yeah, it's they're at a premium now, of course. What's the Nav's going to do here? Is it a raise?
So raises from the button.
Geo small blind will get surrendered. And here's a bigger ace.
Ask Nabs, how much do you have behind?
1.3.
1.2 behind.
All in.
All in.
I think I got you covered.
You have. We just switch the camera onto Nav. Nav doesn't call here, he surrenders.
Yeah, I think he must surrender, Gary. He's still got enough behind. We go into the muck.
$14 bigs for Max, 16 for Nav, 27 for Ariel. Giovanni has 40. 14 bigs, 1.2 million. Ouch. Okay, well the deal is dealing. Thank you very much to our sponsor, Betway, for all your casino and sporting games. Log on to Betway, get yourself an account, and if you share the stream, you can get nominated or entered in the draw for the 5,000 rand voucher.
80.
Geo on the button. What's going to do here? Get rid of it. The blinds, pocket nines for Ariel. This will be a raise.
Yeah, he's not going to make the same mistake twice.
Raise.
And limp to Max.
He called. He didn't raise.
Did limp. He has done it again.
Max with a king 2 here, so backdoor straight draw. But
Check, check. There is the 2 now.
there's the 2.
That's 100,000 and you'll get a call from Max. Eight is no help, the 9s are good.
Do you believe in Max? No, you don't.
I was thinking you limped ace queen, ace jack, or something like that again to me. You bet the straight draw on the turn, my 2's still good. But he was wrong, unfortunately.
There's Paco and Ruby outside the rail there. So a few chips went from Max's stack there, I think.
Yeah, quite a few chips. Gave up a few to Gio, and then gave a few to Ariel.
So about 8 minutes from the break here, or from the end of the level, shall I say?
Chipping out some more chips again, yeah. Davey doing his job all the time, coming in.
160. Oh, 160.
Gio under the gun raising queen 4 here. I think Max is having none of that.
All in.
All in. And quick fold by Gio. Quick fold.
Easy game.
Max was down to 705 and he's all in there, Gary, after those couple of hands.
Yeah, he's been spewing a few chips.
So plus 320 puts him back over $1 million.
Yeah, but he's soldiered nicely today, Max. He's played a nice game. When he's had the big stack, he's worked the big stack. When he's needed to, he's been grinding. Ariel with the 5-3. It's folded. Run to Max with a 10-3. Folded. Nav's send her a picture. With a 10-2.
You re-roll that one.
Gave a walk to Gio, who had an ace-2.
Taken all the 5,000 chips out of play now, Gary.
No longer needed.
No longer requirement. All increments will be in 10,000s or more.
Lovely. So we've got about 6 minutes to run on the level, so that will be blinds up soon.
And then they will go to 50, 100,000, with 100,000 big blind ante, 250k, $250,000 in the pot.
It's hectic. This game will be over fairly soon after that.
Having said that, we've seen many a heads-up battle go on for a long time.
Yeah, but I think given the blind levels and the amount of money in play, chips in play, it'll start to get a bit sticky. We won't last that long. You never know. We shall see.
You will do your customary under or over betting, I'm sure, at that point. You will give us a time limit and say under or over on that.
I'm too predictable. I need to get a new act.
So Nav's here, under the gun. Folds, king 4, from Gio on the button.
160.
Gio will raise it up to 160. Ariel's out the way. Max will defend his big blind.
How's about that then?
Yeah, so Gio
Up
flops,
and down.
flops the open moon, as you said in your Scottish there. Jack again, that's gone. Gio hasn't materialized his up and down draw. And now the jack that was there on the flop has come another jack on the river,
And he's going in.
and he's going in heavy. And Gio will get out the way. So another plus 350k there. That'll help his stack again.
One blind.
So Gio will be under the gun. Hold. 8-5 of diamonds on the button. Ariel hasn't played a while. Raise that. Just min raising now, Gary.
It appears so.
Nab to the 10-8 in the big.
80 more.
He's got to defend here, isn't he?
Yeah, it's inducing the defend all day long here now with the min raise. You were one that always said min click should be outlawed.
Yeah, no, my campaign to make them against the rules, but nobody listens.
There is the 8. Both players have hit the 8. Nabs will check.
2 overs to slow these guys down.
Yeah, Ariel, the pre-flop aggressor, is going to definitely bet it.
Yeah, classic case of too many
Oh
outs
no,
here.
check, check. 1 check, check. 2 doesn't change anything.
21 outs now. It's not often you'll see that, folks.
A
All
lot
the
of
chops are in there and everything.
Yeah, all the chops factored in. Checks as well, again, unusual.
Everybody likes a chop. But
Is it he who blinks now, Gary? Nav said, yeah, it checks again. One check, check, 10-8. Ariel working it out quickly. Don't knock your hand, sir. Turn it over. Chop. Chop. There he worked it out. He came close to mucking there, and then he worked out that it was a chop.
well, the moral of the story is don't muck your hand.
Yeah, exactly that. That's why I said don't muck your hand, young sir.
Yeah.
That's the experience, guys. Don't muck your hand until you've made sure.
Every time Max turns around, his young lady is behind him smiling. I think she's there. Oh no, she's on the phone. She's not watching the stream.
Yeah, every time he ladders up, she's thinking more shopping. And I will be paying for that sexist comment.
Yeah, probably. Had nothing to do with me. I had nothing to do with encouraging him saying that. But I will not condone it at all. I think it's appalling the way he's behaving.
Yeah, just endear yourself to all the ladies out there, Gary.
Yes. If my beautiful wife is watching, you can shop as much as you want. King 2 here for area. That's a fold. 9-6 for Max in the back. Blinds will fight it out.
40.
Didn't see Nav's cards. He's giving the man a walk. Navs is down to 13 big blinds.
1.1 million.
Time to put your Harry Houdini shirt on.
Yeah, well, I think the Queen Jack versus the Queen was a major play. Major Houdini.
They might have qualified as his one time. That's the end of the round, I think.
Close
Next
to.
hand, band that up, 1500. Next hand,
Yeah, next hand, blinds up. Very spot on.
raise to 16. 160 right.
Raised under the gun, pocket eights.
The most common pair of the day, I think. Eights.
Yeah, has
Band
been
that up,
Gary.
1500.
So we're going to sit here until the cooler ensues.
For you, 126 entries. Well done, guys. And there's your prize still available. I think 140 at the top, close to that.
Here the announcement out there, 126 entries into the Little Slam, Gary.
Well, there's a few multiple entries, of course.
Yeah, and the top prize is 140k for your 4K investment.
Not too bad, eh? Not too shabby.
Probably playing around 13, 14 players, depending if you're playing the uniques or not.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll publish that, and once we got the news, we'll tell you. And I have no doubt that we'll be seeing some of those players on the feature table tomorrow.
Oli,
That moves all in. 098 on the button suited. Like the hand with one ball. Ariel's out the way quickly. And Max is after him.
Good for them. Under the gun, Mr. Giozanetti, 2.8 million behind. Chip leader at the table.
Six off into the muck. Queen 4 suited on the button.
Yeah, fancy a piece of this.
raise to 200.
Raised to 200. Which
Here comes Max.
some click.
Wow.
Okay, gets out the way.
200.
Nav with the ace.
100,000 to call.
Oli,
All in.
Yep, that was always coming.
Gets taken out. You can see how much is left. That's too much.
So Navin Navs Naker gets another 400k.
You should raise a lot of blunders.
Ariel under the gun. Ariel, 8-5, suited, folded.
raise to 2.
Max on the button. Raises to 200,000 with mystery cards.
It's all a mystery.
Oli,
Nav's all in again.
fold.
Is this the moment? No.
Fold. So Nav's getting away with a couple of moves here. He's doubled up.
He's picked up 800k in the last two hands.
Yeah.
Which is quite incredible. threes for Mr. Max here.
Shed a few chips of late. Back down to 1.1 million.
Which isn't a lot in this game. He's going to shove it.
Yeah.
Any pair.
He doesn't want to
Oh,
raise and
he
get
might be
blue
getting
shot.
looked up here.
Nav's asking for count. Nav will see that that's half his stack. Still 2 players behind.
I think if you could see Max's cards, this would have been in a long time ago.
Absolutely. He's just worried about being dominated. Ace queen or ace king. That's why he gets rid of it. There's still 2 players behind him as well. Gio's got nothing to fight with.
136.
Oh, the pocket 4s here. Exactly half of Ariel's stack. Cool.
I was hoping you would do your min open and I could jam over you.
Hold the bigger pair because of the launch. So the 3s get it through there and he had enough fold equity.
You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah.
King Queen? Yeah, King Queen. I don't call you King Queen.
If you had kings, they would have been in.
You have a pair then, huh?
Sorry?
Pair. Bigger than 4s.
Huh?
Bigger than 4s.
You had 4s?
But Navs has got 2s this time.
Big win for me.
That one, yeah, 3s.
Huh?
2s or 3s.
That one I call you with. That one I call you with. I don't go this one, I go that one.
Anything slightly bigger, it's a call, but then 4s is so borderline.
I win.
So Ariel's going to make a move here, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's 4. Blind and blind. Call.
How's about that for a flop?
But there's an action flop, Gary.
How's about that for a flop?
Check. One check, check. Max taking the free card to get there. Realize it on the turn. Bet comes in now from Ariel. I don't think Max is folding in a hurry.
4 hearts.
You're a sick man, Gary.
I know.
For that.
I know. Can't help myself. Bet, fold.
Quick fold. Very decisive. Doesn't linger.
There's no point messing around. He's had plenty of TV time today, doesn't need to be on the telly.
So Gio, 2.5 million under the gun. 6 deuce suited. Just bemoans the dealer. A lot of similar hands. There's a completion.
Raise. Check or raise.
Suited. Have Jack 3 off. Just checks.
Okay, let's see some action stations here. 9 Jack. There's the 9.
The 3 for nabs.
There's 3 hearts. Jack of hearts is in play.
200.
Any Jack, any 3, any hearts?
A lot of outs for nabs.
Not one of them. Max's 9 is good.
He also had the up and down there on the turn. The ace 86, sure. So many outs. Too many outs. You've got too many, you don't find them, there, Gary.
Yeah.
I think a little bit under. About 1.8. 1.8. Yeah.
And so we trundle along, Mark.
Yeah, we're nearly 8 o'clock local time, Gary.
We are 8 o'clock. The 8 o'clock express is late leaving the station this evening. I'm sure it'll be choo-chooing along shortly. There you go.
Did you just hear your trainer? Just on time, Gary.
Yeah.
Race to 2.
There we go. Gio's got a nice little hand here in the big blinds.
The
Nobody will believe
button
him.
trying to steal has run into a big hand. Oh, all in full.
No one can blame Max for wasting any time, that's for sure.
Definitely not, Gary.
He's definitely not one of those tanking type players. Okay, so we're waiting for the next cooler. Next player out is guaranteed 160,272.
Race to 200.
Becoming much more active now, Max. Amping it up a little, changing gears. As you must forehand it, Gary.
Absolutely.
Especially with the blinds going the way they are.
It's a nice little king for Ariel.
He flops top pair,
That's check bet.
checks it. That will continue.
The trap is set.
Bet is 150.
Flat.
4700, eh? The downsize bet again.
There's an interesting card. Makes Ariel a winner, is what it is.
And it'll slow Max down as well because he'll say he could have called me with second pair. And turned. The flush arrives now on the river as well.
Proper bluff card.
Ariel checks. Max knows. Only way I can win this is by betting.
850.
How much?
850. 850,000.
He's taken the opportunity of
Doubling
repping
the
that
pot.
flush. Bet, pot size bet, 850 into 850, 1.7 million in the pot now, Gary.
Yep. Well, he's repping the flush. He's saying I got there. Max pressure here.
The big portion of Ariel's chips to call. The king with the 6 kicker. Flush is there, trip 8s is there. king with a better kicker.
I think Max is going to get in the folder, you know that.
It's a good size bet, Gary.
It's a polarizing bet.
Whether you believe or not now.
Paired board, flush gets there. He folds.
It's hard to call this. Unless
That'd
he
be a
gets,
great call if he could do it.
he's got to pick up a solid read or really work through his mind well and get there. But his body language is tending towards a fold now, Gary.
I'm pretty sure he's folding, to be honest.
I
think it'd be great if he works it out. It'd be magnificent. But this is great play by Max. Don't mistake that, you know.
Yeah, it's a fantastic.
Can I see this one? Huh? So much.
Why so much is the question.
Play Max.
Extremely well played, sir.
I'll make you wait.
Huh?
I'll make you wait.
What'd you say?
I'll make you wait.
Nice hand either way.
Good play by Max.
We'll move on to the next hand.
Raise to 200.
Gio's raised from the button with a 10-8. Ariel's folded. Max in the big blind folds. Gio will get that through. It's plus 250k now.
Sure.
Gio still over 3 million. Just over.
$250,000 in the middle, eh?
What your young mate Clayton say? A big piece of cheese there.
Lots of cheddar.
Players in the friend, please leave the playing area. I'd like to take up the white circle we met to leave the playing area.
Okay, Gio bottom left the picture first to act. Ace 4 here. We'll see some action.
Raise to 200.
Ace 200. Jack down in luck. Jack 2 from Max. And there's $250,000 chips. Thank you very much.
And the blinds are still creeping up.
With the 9-4 here, they go straight into the bucket.
9 deuce for the suit. Nav's also 9 deuce. 9-4, 9-2, 9-2.
Crazy, huh?
I got your hand, boss.
Gio says to Navs, I've got your hand, Queen Jack.
But every time you raise, I have line 2, 10, 2.
Let's see what the dealer can bring us in this hand. That was quite an interesting one.
Yeah, last time I went for a walk to the toilet, all hell let loose. Greg Tucker, come on, Navs. GT, where are you, my boy? Haven't seen you for a while.
Navs on the buttons, all in. Quickly out the way, both Gio and Ariel.
King 9, nice move.
On the button, four-handed now, Gary.
Both shorties now, 1.6 and 1.5 billion, 15 bigs. Navs with 16 bigs. Gio out in front with double that.
Yeah, the players will be well aware that he can afford to call if he raises and they jam, because that he is double their stacks. They will be the ones that are at risk, and likewise when he raises, that's not easy for them to shove into.
Especially when he's got king, queen suited. Okay, we could have some action here.
We could have that exact situation here where young Ariel goes over the top. So button raised from Gio is very active. Doesn't always give a man. There he goes, all in. 9-8 for Max will go into the muck.
Gio's going to take a bit of time here, but he's probably going to call after a count. There you go, that's the call. Go camera 4.
So young Ariel is at risk here. He's looking for hearts or a 10 or some sort of straight possibilities on flop. It's a big pot. 3.3 million in that pot, Gary.
Massive. No help for either player.
Some chop-up opportunities there now. Any 10, any 2 for Ariel, the outs. 6 coming for outs as well now. Jackie's no help to him.
Ariel is gone.
And he's eliminated in 4th spot.
For 160,272.
And extremely well played by the young man. New to the big circuit. And a big pay jump now for the next player, Gary.
The next one out is 302,000.
And Navs is smiling all the way from where he was earlier, Gary.
Yeah, for sure.
Just over the center, done. But he's in it now.
But it means that Gio is now well over 4 million.
Domination Nation.
Yeah, it's 5 million. 5 million, Gary.
Yeah. I think he might have to get some chips chipped up there. We're not going to see his cards.
I had a feeling it was just going to come through. Or 6. Can't happen again.
We're now 3-handed. And into where the real money is, Gary, in any tournament always, the top 3. Big jump from 160, next player out 302,000. Max and a small small blind has just limped in. Navs checks back to him. Both got a 5 in their hands. And 5 will appear, Gary. How often?
It always happens. The Navs is behind here, obviously. The 10
Yeah,
is
but
the
it's checked to him, so now he's going to bet. The bottom pair.
160. 160.
Quickly called by Max. Jack.
clubs get there.
Yeah, clubs are there now. Max has a 10 of clubs in his hand. This one check.
Chop it up.
And it is a chop pot.
Everybody loves a chop pot.
Yeah.
Cruising.
So what?
50,000, 100,000, and 100,000 on the big blind ante. Quarter of a million chips in the middle every single hand. 18 minutes to run on the level.
And those blinds will escalate. Pocket 7's on the button.
Money goes in, he says. No, it's just raising it up.
Raise it a bit.
Navs might look to squeeze here. Yeah. I think Max will call him with the sevens.
I think so, Gary.
Snap.
Snap, mate. Alright, so we're off to the races again. Well, it's a one-leg race. 3 aces only, or straight possibilities on the flop maybe.
Jack 10.
Oh, that opens a lot more doors for Navs. And I get a 10 as well, counterfeit the 7s. No help to him.
Max will pick up the pot there.
Navs is eliminated. Third spot, but well played, sir, from where he was. 302,736 rand for his trouble. Now heads up. So I'm sure the clock will be paused while they set up for the heads up battle.
Okay, we're probably going to have to move seats here, boys.
Gary is going out to check what happens because they're going to set up the heads up battle. So while they set up the heads up battle, Gary will go out there. Probably move one of the players.
5 minutes while I set up a heads up.
Both of them.
You guys don't want
They're going to take a 5-minute break, so we will be back to bring you the heads up battle in the conclusion of this tournament.
Welcome back, heads up time. The blinds are still 50, 100 and 100 on the big blind ante.
The beautiful trophy sitting in the background there, Gary.
Yeah, button is on Geo.
$7.50.
Didn't see any cards, that's interesting.
Interesting that they've elected to stay in the box as they were, Gary.
They were offered the option.
How much we playing for? 200. No, 180.
Player superstitions coming in, and they are opposite one another anyway.
Unfortunately, we're not seeing anybody's cards for some
No,
obscure
but look,
reason.
he's not showing them, Gary, and he's put the two on top of one another because it's now in the heads-up mode. He's not thinking to do that.
Check.
3-3 queen flop. That's 100. Geo comes along.
I've no idea why we're not seeing the cards, which is quite bizarre.
4 of diamonds.
The people at home will just carry on for a moment and see how we go.
He's run out 4-card flush. Geo comes out firing. Re-raise from Max and Geo quickly marks. Plus 650 in that hand. Narrows the chip gap a little.
It does indeed. If we don't see the cards, we will change out the deck. Just so.
Reading well in the flop box, so wondering if it's where the players are putting them.
There we go. We got Geo's cards.
And a raise from the button, very strong ace queen heads up.
100 more.
Called by Max. Max isn't putting his cards flat down, Gary. He's putting the two on top of one another. May have to have a word with him.
Oh, sorry, I don't see one.
Check.
Where's the small table? Oh, of course.
I check.
Check.
Max to speak first now.
It's a 50.
Now reaches for chips. Geo is only ace high. Makes the call.
Queen would be fun.
Jack Queen for Max.
Ace high wins.
We did see his cards eventually.
So Max with the last opportunity to claim that Betway bounty
Indeed he is.
of 10,000 on Geo's head.
It's 200.
It's a call.
Check.
King 6 ahead.
Well ahead now. Continue checking. Line still no help. Geo gets the check mark. Show the 6 and take the hand down.
Just about. Always like a nice intriguing heads-up battle. We don't see enough. There's too many deals done in South African poker, so it's nice to see a heads-up battle. 20-30 local. Upper States. If you don't speak 24, pocket fours for Max here. Big raise or a shove here.
Yeah, Gio just limped in.
450.
Gio gives it up quickly.
It's not sick. If you win, you get 10k more than what I do.
And Gio alluding to that bounty.
It's online, right?
Sports bet. Yeah.
Just limped in. Gio with full deuce.
So as with all heads-up battles, we wait for the cooler.
On 5 suited for Gio, he completes. Max checks back.
Check.
Ace. 2 clubs now.
150.
Gio bets and he gets called. No club on the river for Gio. Let's check to him again. He'll have another stab at it and quick call.
450.
I couldn't roll it.
There'll be ace. Max won the hand with an ace, yeah.
Nah, in this one I let you off. You don't need to chip. Because there's too much like win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. Unless it's a big one. Then you can chip. Huh?
So both players have found the 3 on a queen, queen 3 board.
22 ads.
Max has bet, Gio called. It's now chopped if no one blinks here. Check, check, and they're going to chop it up.
Now you have to cheer for both of them.
So both these guys are guaranteed 463,000 rand. Not a bad day's, 3 days work.
Not a bad day at the office, as you'd say, Gary.
Yeah, indeed.
There's my mum.
Well, you put your cards side by side in the box.
I put them here now.
Apparently they didn't read.
When they're on top of each other, they don't see them. That's why you see I change what I do.
Oh yeah, do it at the start like this, then I put them on top.
Yeah.
That's okay, right? Like this.
Gio with the king 9 suited. So he just lumps in. Max 8-3 off. Finds the 3. Check, check. The 3 is good.
Double.
chips have evened out from a 2-1 to almost level again.
Yeah. Like I say, these heads-up battles are just waiting for that cooler hand, you know?
Yeah, they swing around quickly. I heard Max saying that goes to and fro, waiting for that one big one. He's fully aware. I'm surprised Gio hasn't been more aggressive heads up.
Thanks to Max, put his cards side by side and then put them on top of each other. There we can see. Ace 6, race to 150 call.
Bit of everything there.
Everybody gets a piece.
Slow playing the ace. I think slow playing it. Yeah. Gio's too clever for that. Out the way very quickly. Holds the 10.
And they swap places. So Gio on the button and the small blind. Queen 8 suited, strong hand, up, heads up. Max gets rid of his cards.
I think Gio's going to change gears here. Now you saw that playing it the more passive way like that, the swing went around from 2-1 that he actually went behind.
You'll see, he needs to get the cards, of course.
Dave, she cheers every time he wins a pot. Can you cheer if I win a pot?
You're on the table, sir. Sorry.
Raised up with the 10-9 suited. Gio is called.
Here comes the rail.
8-5. All spades there. Gio's the only one with spade in his hand. Continuation from Max.
Here comes the rail. Let's go, man.
Score doesn't change anything. Gives him more outs for straights. Got a gut shot added to his arsenal there now. And he hits the 5 on the river.
Unbelievable.
5 is good. Max trying to work out how did you call when pre-flop and on the flop is just trying to run that through. You see the puzzled look on his face.
Yep. Indeed it was very puzzled.
That's my 3.
Like you say, Gary, you're waiting for that one big cooler to swing the chips one way or the other.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see some action. But the nature of the beast with heads-up play, of course, it can be quite monotonous as well.
Raised here and then called. Fancy Max's cards again, got the 2 on top of one another.
2 clubs, straight possibilities.
Bad quick fold by Gio. Nothing for him there with the 8-5.
Open end and the flush draw. 2 undercards. King, queen, jack.
What's gone? He just
I think she got intimidated.
getting out the back door there.
Gio 10-3 suited. Thumps it up. 5-4 suited by Max, he'll defend.
Let's have a little up and down straight draw here, Max.
Yeah, he's got the up and down and the club draw now.
And the club draw.
He finds the up and down.
Leaving is just one Gio in the
Now has the nut straight there. Bets and click fold by Gio. Yeah, it got better and better for him, Gary.
It did.
Flop the up and down, turned the flush draw,
Finally.
found the straight in the row.
Finally. Breathe. Carry on. No, do these ones first.
take the one out. You can take these both out.
Yeah, we do these ones first, surely.
Far from each other. So I'm just going to leave the one between.
We're at a safe distance from COVID.
I'm just going to leave the one between the zero and Gio. No?
Perfect.
I want to knock your chip.
Careful,
Leave all the
you're
dolls.
a bit close. Leave the COVID down a section.
Maybe just leave all the dolls in.
Yeah, the optics look a little bit better with the screens out, just the screen between Giovanni and the dealer there. Chips moving one way then the other, one way then the other, as is the nature of heads up.
Yep, it's taking a while.
Right.
Yeah, roll.
6120.
6120. 6120.
Hello, we found the captain of the cheerleading squad. Please, I'll tell you that. Oh, of course, sir.
See 120 blinds. 60,000, 120. It'll affect the next hand, I believe.
250.
A raise and a call.
There's the diamonds for Giovanni.
Yeah, he's flopped the diamond draw. And I'm sure he'll bet it. And there's nothing for Max to call there. Sizable bet by Gio.
Let's go! Sorry, Max. Once you convert the money into dollars, they don't mean much for us anymore. You know what I'm saying? We keep the rest here, man.
Well, has been quite vocal on the rail.
It's not like it was.
Yeah, man.
Nice message there for Jason Hoffman. This is great coverage. Thanks, Jason.
120.
7-5. Suited gappers, single gappers against the ace, the 8 queen here.
No father player on the flop. Queen high still ahead.
Yep.
He raised initially. He'll continue.
And you know, spare a thought for the dealer here, one delay. He's working hard tonight, eh?
Yeah, he's keeping the rate up nicely, keeping control.
It's a big shout
Doing a
out
good
for
job
all
there.
the dealers.
So we move on to the next hand.
Yeah, you raised. I called you.
Giovanni's on the button. So Gio raises. Max with a 10-4 off. Let's go quickly. Gio shows. Ace queen. Pretty level pegging again.
I had queens, but some bloke had queen jack.
Gio alluding to Nav's queen jack stuck out on his screen.
I saw Nav after the game, and when he said he would have definitely took third place if you'd have offered it to him a couple of hours ago. He did well. He grounded it back very nicely.
Extremely well. Max from the button.
250.
Makes it 250.
Thank you, Max. I was thinking it, he just did it.
Geo's calls on top of one another.
Pressure situation, so you know we'll give the guys a bit of latitude.
It looks like with a re-raise, Gary.
Yeah, coming in heavy.
Good fold.
Watching this here.
A lot of support for Gio there from his family, from his good lady Tara. Yeah, go baby.
Oh, then.
His dad, Massimo, Gio, you beauty.
Gio hits the king there very nicely.
That's no good. No good this time.
I suppose Woz is watching the stream and also watching the live pictures.
Yeah, he's keeping an eye on the stream. Five, three of diamonds in the button from Max. Popped it up. Gio's called in 6-4 suited. No hope for the 5-3.
Over cards to everybody.
Pre-flop aggression will continue and take the hand down. Gio on the button with 10-6 off. Next to fold this one. It's the first fold we've had, heads up.
They're exactly level now.
I've heard it.
You win any hand with this hand, you would get break free for the whole round.
Oh, really?
6-5 suited. 6-5 suited.
Jack 2. King 8. So defend here, I suppose.
Gio takes that down, plus 250.
Come on, Gio, find me, boy. You know we're getting back to this guy.
Oh, that's why they're rooting for you. It makes sense now.
I'm the juice. I'm the juice in the PLO 5 game.
10-5 off. Let that go. Second little Gio's given in the last while.
He had the better hand.
You just do the card.
First fold heads up.
Yeah, we'll do the button, don't worry.
Alright.
Like habit.
Easiest for you then. Let's go.
Trophies are very nice, by the way. To spot with the picture there with the green crystal and the see-through crystal. Nicely engraved as well. I had a look at the ball earlier.
Really alluding to the Emerald Casino Resort. here now. 7 deuce. Take it down. Bluffing with the best hand. He was 7 high was good.
That's your own last team. That's your own last team. Tell him I hope the power's off when you're not even playing that.
Joe limps him with a 10-7. Max elects to check his ace.
10 is good.
10 is good so far. Bets and there's a call.
First bit of action we've seen for a while.
6 no help to Max. Check, check. Max setting up the bluff, ripping the 4. It's gone check, check. 10 is good. Really keeping up a good hand rate here, Gary.
Yeah.
Just announce the bets loud and clear. Okay. Right. $250.
Raised to 250 and takes the hand down pre.
Leave it.
Level pigging again, 3.9, 3.8 million.
Check a raise.
Geo looks in on the button. Max checks.
Let's have an action flop.
Well, there's action, up and
Check.
down for Geo, but nothing
Yeah.
for Max. So there's action for Geo, but no action for Max.
Oh, we need one of those where we have action for both people.
Yeah, absolutely, Gary.
Excuse my yawning people watching.
Max on the button with a 10-7.
Raise 250.
Standard now, he's raising every button.
250.
Geo with ace-8.
800. Fold.
3 bets and takes the hand down.
Easy game. A little bit of daylight between the two of them, but it only takes one hand and it's back again, you know.
Yeah, Geo had him 2-1 earlier, then it swung around. They were level, and then Max was ahead for a little bit.
60 more. Raise 250.
Geo now raising the button,
Four.
defended by Max.
Check.
Geo has
200.
hit 10 with an up and down, and Max has an up and down as well.
Let's see
The
where this
bigger
one
side.
goes.
There's one bet
Check,
call,
bet, call. That's another 10.
another 10 for Geo. Now only the kings is an out for Max. And he elects to bet the 10,
250. Bet.
ripping the hand Geo has.
So you're thinking, how can I extract more out of this?
The raise and the fold. There we are.
Go. It's back to
2-1
2-1.
with the big hand, the action
Just
hand.
as
Gary.
quick as that.
Michael Roberts, well played, Gio.
More. 6,000. Raised to 250. Call.
Max has raised the Mr. Card. Gio's defended 10-5 suited.
Check. Check the bets.
Gio's checked every time. Oh, it's gone check.
Check the bets. Check. Check the bets.
5. He's now hit by Gio.
350. 350.
Now Max bets 350.
I don't think he's going to get rid of Gio here.
Call.
Gio calls.
Check the bets. Check.
Gio checks, gone check.
Max had 8-7, so 8 on the river.
Yeah, 8 a little bit got him there.
You won't call it very sure anyway. I call any card that goes. Yeah, man, I probably would have loved it. And there's some random cards like that. Yeah. When you, the problem is when you check back, I know you made, you don't check back when you have nothing. Yeah, I lose. I just lose all the time. You always lose. Lose.
60 more.
So it's 20:55 local time. If you were in Austin in Texas, in the good old US of A, you would be sitting down to watch the start of the Grand Prix right now.
Max is going to raise the button
Raise it
to
to
Kings
50.
5. Gio 10 deuce, big folder.
10 deuce, I thought.
Gio on the button.
Raised to 250.
Raises it to 250.
All in.
All in. Ace 7.
As much as I'd love to. No, sir. Oh, wow.
I mean, your card is pretty bad against that card.
Does it move this way?
This way.
More to play. Raise to 250. All in.
There we go. Zooming in on Gio.
And there we go. We're trying to get our mobile camera involved. Some nice pictures there coming from Maka and Bongo. Nice picture there of Max.
To play.
Move to the next hand. Gio on the button. Folds. Gets a walk.
Stone cold.
coming in on Max there.
2.9.
Raise to 250.
Raised by the button, queen 4, hearts.
All in.
Joe all in. More aggression being shown by players now. From the button. Gio decides to give a walk with an up low. Oh, an ace jack suited for Max, so good fold by Gio there, pre-flop.
So, shuffle, shuffle.
Max on the button.
I think we struggle to get through the next level. Pretty easy to get it in now.
Yeah, like 20 big ones.
Gio discussing when we move up to the next level, things are going to get even more
Raise to 250.
tense with the size of the blind. Saying we don't think we'll get through that level. 10-5 raise, 7 deuce mucked. Pretty level pigging again, Gary.
Looks that way. 32-31 on the big blinds. This has got all the shades of going a long way.
Gio on the button. It's going to be a patience game as well. Somebody will get impatient as well. Make a snap call on an all-in or something. So raise and call. Oh, and a big flop
Check,
for
check.
Max. He's flopped the king. He's checked it.
Bet.
Got the diamond draw as well now. He gets the check mark, bets and takes the hand.
Once again, playing in the poker, you must wear your mask covering your nose and mouth at all times.
Playing 30 minutes, not like it's been hours.
I feel like this could be for the night. Would you like some sandwiches?
Raise to
What an
250.
offer! Would you like some, guys?
So raised by Max, he raised most buttons.
He's not going anywhere with this
750.
Jack 10 yet.
He's actually 3-betted and taken it down 3.
Yeah. Not surprising.
More. Raise to 250.
Nice thing about being nice thing about the heads up. You don't actually have to say much. You tell
No,
them
you can watch itself. It's interesting. We can interject from time to time.
Players in the grand slam, your bonds up next hand, 80,000, 160, 80 and 160.
80 more. 350. Blinds are up.
Price of poker increased.
Red, blinds are up, red. Check.
Both players have their cards on top of one another. We can't pick them up on the RF readers.
Fortunately not.
Check, check.
Check all the way.
200.
Now Geo bets 200. Call by Max. Top pot.
So we've got another king. Round 7.
Pair of fours with the ace kicker.
Oh, it is with the ante. How's it possible? Yeah, I was thinking that. It's the ante.
Come on, Max. That's Max. Not you. Yeah.
Who's watching last time? You were.
Geo on the button with 8 deuce off. There's a walk through to Max, 5-4. We haven't seen Max give one walk to Geo. There's been quite a few walks from Geo the other way. Max 7 deuce there gives the first walk. Just as I said,
First
there
time.
he does. First time.
There's a 350.
So it's going to flat this.
Cards.
Check.
Found little pair. Don't know what Geo's holding. Geo continues. Quite heavy. Max selects to call with a middle pair. Well, bottom pair actually. Bottom pair, not middle pair, it's the middle on the board.
It's a 2 pair now.
On check, check. Oh, and he's got a full house now, unless Geo is the 7.
If Gio's got the 7, well, the money will be going in. $750,000.
750,000.
1.8 million pot, yeah?
Huge pot.
Here comes the re-raise, Gary.
He's got the 7. No, he's got 10-8. This is a complete bluff.
1,950,000. Call.
Good try, Zia. Good try.
Tried. This is nice hand. And that is a big swing in the chips, Gary.
Yeah, for sure.
That is a massive swing. On one hand, the attempted bluff, and there was the full house. 6.3 million versus 1.4 million now.
That's a nice try by Gio. He's repping the 7 there.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, you missed a big one there, my love. Very big pot. But nice chair.
80. 80 much play.
Queen 10 suited here.
Yeah, and he's going to apply pressure now.
Oh, yeah.
Pull it.
He's going to all in call.
We're all in, my love.
Okay, let's go to flop
Could be
count.
over. Could be. I need to hit a queen or a 10.
King is ahead.
He hit a 3, but I still need to hit a queen, a 10, or 9, or jack.
Ace doesn't change anything. And Geo will double up.
Yeah, let's go, Gio. Come on, Gio.
9-10. $1 million.
That's okay. Mine goes to 2 guys. 2 goes to 4. That's how it works in this game. Didn't you know?
So Geo doubles up there after just having shed a lot of chips to Max.
Gio won't give him without a fight, that's for
No,
sure.
he'll fight all the way. Fought from early on today, the whole way through the final table. King 10 from the button. Quick raise and fold. Clawing his way back.
No, it's there anyway. For the next hand. You shove the button.
Yeah, yeah.
Play. All in.
Max goes all in.
No.
Geo says no with the 5-7. So the 2-1 is reversed. Geo limps in. Nothing for Max on that flop. Can't see Geo's cards. Gone check. Checked again. Full check. King high, good enough. No, Geo's counting the chips. He's a 7 there, I think. Difficult to see there with the graphics over. Geo raising and taking that hand down. Going back very quickly. Like you said, Gary, won't give it up without a fight.
Pocket pair here for Gio.
On the button. Goes all in. Can't get a caller. Happy to take the blind and the ante.
To match to a significant amount of money.
400,000 in that pot pre-flop, Gary.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. A lot of chips.
80 months play. Check the raise.
Pocket sixes. Limped in. All in call. There it is, Gary. This could be the end or a big swing again.
Good luck to both players, of course.
Not on the flop.
No help for Gio on the flop. 6 is still out in front.
Not on the turn. We've got a heart to chop.
Heart to chop or an ace. No heart, no chop, and Max Davison is our Grand Slam winner, Gary.
Well done indeed. They both played extremely well. Unlucky to Gio.
Well played,
to
Gio.
Max, and congratulations. Gio will be magnanimous
Magnanimous.
That's the word I was trying to say, in defeat. And we will wait for the presentation shortly.
Good lady are elated.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a high roller winner after an epic battle. Max has beaten Giovanni in an epic 1 hour heads-up battle. Let's give them a nice round of applause. So before we do the trophy presentation, we'll do a quick online interview with Max. Dave, if you can just get me the marks. Max, if you'll just have a seat in your chair, that's fine. In your winning chair.
So we're going to let him celebrate a little bit. Good evening once again and welcome back to the Emerald Casino, folks. And we have a winner after an epic battle. They've been battling it out for about 45 minutes to an hour. They were very evenly stacked at one stage. Been running around so I can see all the action. But Max Davison and Giovanni Zanetti really had a big swing here. They both deserved being the two finalists here. Max, you come to South Africa and you just seem to be crushing it.
What can I say? Very lucky. Yeah, been very surreal.
That's amazing. It's awesome. I mean, there's nothing to complain about, do you?
Nothing to complain about.
And I mean, this is the first event of the week. The last time you came to South Africa, you played in a super high roller event. Sort of iron cycle with more than this. And you won that. And your first event again, yeah, and you won this. And you'll have a race day tomorrow.
Yes.
Probably the day after. And on Wednesday, obviously, jumping into the 25k and looking for another one.
That would be very nice. Obviously, very fortunate to obviously win, but yeah.
So Max, for the South African public that don't know you, I mean, it's awesome to have you come out here, and I presume you'll be coming back a lot. I mean, it seems to be a happy hunting ground. Can you give us a little bit of poker background about yourself?
Been playing poker for many years. Probably since the age of maybe 15, now 30. Travelled around, played in lots of different places. This is the second time I played in South Africa. Pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay, and so what made you move to Tanzania?
Basically, I was in London and everything was going on there with COVID and stuff, and I don't enjoy the cold weather, so I was like, oh, let's go somewhere that's hot. Went with a few buddies and then decided to stay for a long time.
Oh, that's amazing. And Max, so I don't really know you, so this is a cool interview for me actually. Are you a professional poker player? Is that what you do, or do you actually work? Or
yeah, I'm a professional poker player.
Professional poker player. So you just crash the games in Tanzania and help yourself to everything. We've got a bunch of Tanzanians out here this week. My very good mate Stelio, and he came with our friend Yellow Motto,
Yes.
and a new gentleman that I haven't met, Mr. Sue.
Yeah.
And we're very, very excited to have the Tanzanians out here. Unfortunately, Joe Stigers didn't make it, but maybe this will get him a little bit.
Hopefully he'll come for the 25k
and come up. Oh, yeah. And not only did you win a handsome check, but you got Joe Sculpt, so you got a 10,000 rand betting voucher on Betway. They're our sponsors. That's an absolute nice bonus, and I think Betway have got quite a good footprint in Tanzania. So
yeah, they also have big footprint in England as well. It's one of the bigger betting companies for sure. So yeah, I was really surprised when I came. The whole production, I said to you on day one, amazing production, like pretty much one of the best places that I've been to worldwide, and I played in a lot of things like EPT and stuff like that. So yeah, flawlessly run.
Oh, that's amazing, Max, and thank you so much for the compliment. And I'm sure our viewers and our team of staff will be so grateful. And you've come out to the Emerald Casino. I need to tell you, we're located on a beautiful, beautiful river here. We have 7 kilometers of river frontage, and You know, I think you must take your lady for a
Yes.
boat trip.
Yeah,
There's a lovely
definitely.
boat here. There's a liquid lounge, and there's a bunch of other things. And enjoy the facilities,
Yeah.
and enjoy the river, and enjoy the lovely South African hot sun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that over the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Take a little break.
That's
Enjoy a little
amazing.
bit.
Do you do horse racing? Do you like horse racing?
I
Rex?
like horse racing, yeah.
So just to let you know, there's a racing track just not too far from here.
Okay.
It's called the Vaal Racetrack,
Okay.
and there's a meeting there tomorrow. And I think a bunch of our patrons that are here, that are staying for the week, will definitely be going there tomorrow for a little bit of action. And
Nice.
I do know that Betway have got have opened up horse racing in South Africa now, so it's new to them. So
Yeah.
I'll speak to my mates there and get your account loaded up. Maybe you'll
Yeah,
have
for sure.
a little dip on that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with our champion Max Davison from Tanzania, or formerly from England, or we put an English flag behind your name because
Yeah.
that's what you are, and he's absolutely just crushed in South Africa, and congratulations to that.
Thank you very
And
much.
you know, it's good for our poker because you'll be spreading the word
Yes.
where you come from, and hopefully next time you come down, you'll come down with a bunch of players and,
Yeah.
and enjoy the thing. And I have a feeling this is not the last time I'll be interviewing you this week.
We'll see. I don't know. You do need a lot of luck. This one, the fewest people. So obviously the other ones is going to be more people, which is obviously good. So obviously less chance of winning, but you never know. We'll see.
No, well, you are a poker professional, so you do know how to worm your way through fields and bide your time correctly. I've got a beautiful trophy that I'm going to hand over to you shortly, and a check. So we'll do that in the next minute or two. Congratulations once again, and good to see you. I'm going to shake your hands. I know it's a bit COVID, but we'll sanitize and we'll do that. And enjoy the rest of your week with us.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thank you.
I didn't sound too nervous, huh?
Can we hand over the check? Sure. Where's my other mic? You want to do yeah. Where's the? You can do the photos yourself. Where's the microphone? It's not the microphone there.
Trophy.
Yeah. You're going to do it with that, and you can put your winning hand if you want to put cards.
Winning cards in there somewhere.
Can we just remove that banner so the whole crowd can see us? That big banner.
Move that banner out the way. Bring it this side.
Nice round of applause for winning the high roller event. He found his way through 52 players, at the end ended up with all the chips, and he picks himself up a lovely check for 640,000 and a little bit of change. Well done, Max, and a beautiful, beautiful trophy. And I'm sure we'll be going after this lovely main event bracelet that we have here. It's always nice to put a bracelet into your...
And one for your wife, or girlfriend, or whatever it's from.
Right, let me get out of shot and you guys can come. And your cheerleader can come and stand with you, and we'll take a photo for you.
Bring your phone, I'll take a photo for you. Come. Wait, pull it. Right, now kiss her again. Kiss her again. Kiss her again.
It's on my phone, don't worry.
We'll just get them to you. Alright guys, thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.
Right, I do have a box for your trophy,
Oh, that's very nice.
but the trophy doesn't fit actually in the box, so